I'm going to ask you some questions about Spain.
Okay.
What I am aware that you have dual citizenship with Spain and the U.S., correct?
Correct. Yes, that's true.
Okay. So our presentation is about Spain. We have to go over a country. We picked our country, Spain. How long have you had citizenship with Spain? And how did you obtain
I've had 1 year. I obtained it because of the fact that my grandfather was Spanish and they permitted me to get citizenship through him.
And what does dual citizenship mean?
It means basically that you can be protected by both countries when you're overseas, and if something, a crisis happens, you can go to either embassy to be protected.
What do you mean by protected?
It means that if you get into trouble with the police or something, they'll come to your rescue, or if you get in a traffic accident, they'll come to your rescue. And it permits you to work in both countries as well. That's the other benefit.
What are the other benefits of dual citizenship?
That you can live in the country without having to get a visa or leaving the country after 6 months, which people who are not citizens or residents have to do.
Okay, what about in terms of living?
The cost of living is probably cheaper in Spain for housing, for food, restaurants, but about the same for food. And transportation is cheaper there, but gas is more expensive.
What is the main mode of transportation?
What is the main what?
Mode of transportation.
It's the subway
The subway?
in the cities,
Is it
and
above
trains in
ground?
the country side.
Below ground subway?
What's that?
Is,
Subway in the cities and trains in the countryside.
what kind of subway?
It's called a metro, and it's all underground.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the history of Spain.
Okay.
What is your knowledge about the history of Spain?
Spain came together as a country because a king and a queen, one of Aragon and one of Castile, married, and as a consequence, they created the country of Spain.
Say what?
They created Spain when they got married. It became one country.
Okay. And what is the here we have a democracy. What is the I'm not sure what question I'm trying to ask here.
Okay, we have a republic form of government here, which is based on 3 branches of government. In Spain, there's only one branch of government, and it's a parliamentary system. So that the person who is the prime minister is the person who leads the Congress, and that is a parliamentary system. They do not have a separate presidency like we have here.
Can you explain that in detail?
So basically, here we elect the president of the United States separately from the people that we elect in Congress. In Spain, you only elect the people in the parliament, and they select the leader of the country.
Okay, I'll have to ask you more about that. I'm still a little bit confused. But in terms of the interview here, so what are the economic links there? What is the mode of currency?
Currency is called the euro. It's shared by all the European countries. It was started about 30 years ago to create a common currency system that make it easier to trade between countries. Before, each one had their own currency, and it was very difficult to trade goods between countries because you had to change your currency every time.
How long ago did it change to the euro?
About 30 years ago.
And what is the relation of the euro to a dollar?
I think it's probably a dollar is $1.13 to the euro. So the euro is more costs more than the dollar.
Okay. what's the primary religion of Spain?
It's Catholic.
Catholic. And what's the fashion like?
It's more like French fashion and Italian fashions than, but some of the younger people will dress more like American fashions. People in their 20s dress more like American kids do.
Younger. Okay. And what are the traditions?
Can you see me?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. What are the traditions of Spain in terms of dance, sport, entertainment?
Well, in sports, it's soccer. And music, it's flamenco, which is gypsy music from the southern part of Spain. And it has the best nightlife in all of Europe because people don't start eating dinner until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and they don't go out till after. So you can spend almost 3 in the morning very comfortably out partying, and then restaurants stay open till about midnight, 11 o'clock midnight.
And explain to me about the culture, the art, and the food.
Well, the art is based on the major museum in Spain is called the Prado, and it's in Madrid. And it's actually 3 museums connected together by walkways. And that's the most famous museum in Spain. It holds all the Spanish art and most art from Europe as well. And it is a beautiful museum right in the center of Madrid. Also, there's a long tradition of modern art. Pablo Picasso was Spanish, and so his major painting, which is called Guernica, which is a painting of the Spanish Civil War, is in a whole separate building connected to the Prado. And so modern art is very important in Spain as well, because they have a lot of Spanish artists that became very famous, like Miró and Picasso were just some examples. And Dalí, you've heard of Dalí, he's a Spanish painter too.
What about the architecture and fashion?
Architecture, primarily in Barcelona, it's an architect called Gaudí, and he built some very Art Deco pieces of architecture, including something called the Sagrada Familia, which is a church that has been many years in construction, and buildings that were built back in the 1920s and 30s, which are still some of the most beautiful buildings in Spain.
What about the tourism?
Tourism is very important in Spain. It's one of their major industries. Most people from Northern Europe come to Spain because it's the quality of life and the sun that attracts people to the beaches.
And the food?
The food is wonderful. Paella is the major Spanish national dish, and that is a mixture of mostly seafood and rice, and saffron is the spice that they use, which is kind of an orange spice that makes it really very tasty.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Miguel. You are a doctor, is that correct?
Yes, I'm a doctor, and I've been a professor for close to 30 years.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for interviewing me.
And if there's anything else that you can think of, we can do another interview if you want to do it again.
Okay.
It's a long interview, and I'm not sure how to get the video transferred.
Okay, you did a good job.
Kind of informal too, so thank you.
Okay. I'm going to say hi to your teacher. Let's say hi to your teacher and all your other students too if they're going to see this video.
All right, then wave. Say hello.
Okay. Bye. Take care.